The world's focus has shifted to talk about Gaza the day after the war. As part of the ongoing discussions, the United States and other countries are calling on the Palestinian Authority to take a leading role in post-war Gaza. Israel rejects this demand. Joining me now to discuss the role of the Palestinian Authority and if they are still a relevant partner for peace is founder and director of Palestinian Media Watch, Itamar Marcus. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
So Itamar, you've been on the show many times, and we've discussed sort of the rampant incitement to terrorism from the Palestinian Authority leaders over the years. Is this still the case today, or has there been a change since October 7th?
If we were certain before October 7th that the Palestinian Authority was not a partner for peace with Israel because of everything they've said and taught, since October 7th we have the final stamp of approval. The Palestinian Authority, many people have said, oh, they haven't condemned what happened on October 7th. That's an understatement. They have absolutely celebrated what happened on October 7th. The Fatah, on one of its social media platforms, pasted a picture of a rat lying down on its back on an Israeli flag, and then a boot with a Palestinian flag on it trampling the rat. This was the attitude of the Palestinian Authority. A day or two into it, on Palestinian Authority official TV, a Fatah leader said, we woke up to a morning of joy, celebration, and victory. This was the PA. The PA has been celebrating the murder of Israelis for the last 25 years, and they continued even more greatly because this was the ultimate murder of Israelis. Now, I want to add one additional point to this. It wasn't just celebrating as a nationalistic Palestinian success. It was also celebrating it as a religious success for Allah.
So this leads me to my next question. Is the PA able to reform? Is it up to the task? I mean, especially considering the vast majority of Palestinians no longer even support
the Palestinian Authority has been so successful in its hate education over the last 20, 25 years, educating children from the time they're able to understand until they're 17, 18. What happened was Palestinians reached teenage and they said, wait a second, Palestinian Authority has been teaching me all of these hate messages and that I have to kill the Jews and kill the Israelis all these years. The Hamas is doing it better. Why don't I join Hamas? And the PA literally, through their messages, created the power base for Hamas. Today, the Palestinian Authority, because they're not perceived as being involved in terror enough, has only supported between 10 and 15% of the population. So the problem is way beyond the Palestinian Authority. The Palestinian Authority certainly can't rule because they created the problem. They can't be part of the solution. But even the Palestinian population itself, it needs an outside force. Let's look at Germany after World War II. Germany after World War II, the international community was responsible for education, responsible for culture. They took over everything in post-war Germany because they understood how evil this was. Germany, the Nazi Party, was only in power from 1933 to 1945. Talking about 12 years. The Palestinian Authority has been poisoning its youth for over 30 years, since 1994.
And so what is the word or feeling on the Palestinian street? I mean, we talk about the extremism and the hatred, but is there any desire for a two-state solution?
Polls have found desire for a two-state solution very low. I don't remember the last poll, if it was 30%, 20%. It's very low, but almost more significant, even in those polls, they're not asking what happens after the state. A number of years ago, a poll was taken which asked, if we have a two-state solution and we get everything that we needed, including refugees, etc., should this be the end of the conflict, or do we continue until we liberate all of Palestine? And about 60, 70% at the time said even if we get a two-state solution, that's a jumping board to liberate all of Palestine. So even that little percentage of Palestinians, that small percentage of Palestinians who are saying they're willing to have a two-state solution, it's not a sincere two-state solution because they believe it's just a step toward destroying Israel.
All right, well, Itamar Marcus, thank you so much for your analysis today.
Thank you.